Have you ever stood between two mirrors and watched yourself stretch into infinity? A tunnel of reflections, each one slightly smaller, slightly delayed, yet all still you. But here's the real mystery. Where does you end inside that endless corridor? Is the final you a real version of yourself, or just the ghost of a reflection? Today, we'll dive into one of the strangest, most mind-bending illusions ever discovered, and why it might reveal something profound about identity, consciousness, and the universe itself. Imagine you're in a quiet room, two mirrors facing each other. You step into the space between them. Suddenly, the world changes. Behind you, a reflection. In front of you, another. Beyond them, a million more. Each copy feels like a past version of who you are in that very moment. If you wave your hand, you'll see the wave ripple through time. Your movement replayed again and again, like echoes of your existence. This is called infinite regression, a loop where your identity keeps repeating without ever catching up. But are those reflections just images, or are they alternate paths your being could take? Let's talk physics, but the kind that makes your brain melt. In theory, mirrors reflect photons, tiny particles of light. Every reflection you see is light bouncing back to your eyes. But here's the twist. With each bounce, light loses a tiny fraction of energy. The further back the reflection goes, the dimmer it becomes. Eventually, it fades to black, which means, scientifically, you do end. Not physically, but visually. At some point, you're too faint to exist in the reflection. So from a physics point of view, the last version of you isn't a person. It's just a photon that ran out of strength. But if that's the truth, then what about you, the conscious observer? Do you also fade with distance? You're not only seeing reflections of your body, you're seeing reflections of your mind. Each version is a moment of your identity that once existed, but no longer does. The reflection behind reflection becomes a timeline. The nearest reflection is almost now. The next is milliseconds ago. And further down the tunnel, that's a version of you that has faded into memory. Standing between two mirrors forces a strange realization. Your identity isn't one person. It's a collection of every moment you've ever been. So where do you end? At your skin? Your reflection? Your memories? Or somewhere much deeper? Quantum physics enters with a plot twist. Some physicists suggest that every possibility of you exists simultaneously. Every decision you didn't make, every word you didn't say. Reflections show alternate versions of you, split by distance, time, and perspective. What if each reflection isn't just an image, but a different universe where you are slightly different? Your movement becomes a map of possibilities. Your identity becomes a spectrum, not a single point. Meaning, you may not end at all. You might continue forward into infinite potential selves, even after the mirror stops reflecting light. Let's go deeper. When you look at your reflection, you're not seeing you. You're seeing a version of you, reversed left to right, slightly delayed, always just out of reach. If your reflection is always a moment late, is it still you? Or is it who you used to be, a ghost chasing the present. Here's the paradox. You never see your real self. You only see the history of who you were, which leads to a haunting question. Do we ever truly meet ourselves? Or are we forever chasing the person we believe we are? Every reflection is a reminder of impermanence. The farther the reflection is, the more it fades, the less it resembles you. This is exactly what happens in life. Our childhood self fades. Our mistakes fade. Our victories fade. Even our names will one day fade. Yet we still keep moving forward. Because identity isn't just mirrors, memories, or moments. It's the observer, the one who watches the reflections and asks, who am I really? Maybe you are the awareness behind every reflection, the thing that does not fade. So, where does you end? Here's the powerful truth. Physically, you end where light dies. Psychologically, you end where memory dissolves. Existentially, you end only when awareness stops. But spiritually, maybe you don't end at all. Because every reflection, every faded copy, every version of you across time and possibility is still connected to the same consciousness. You are not the reflections. You are the one gazing into infinity. And in that infinity, there is no end. Thank you for stepping with me into this infinite corridor of thought. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves questioning reality as much as you do. Until next time, stay curious, stay infinite.